wrestling world has been flipped upside down. Nobody saw it coming. We thought it was time to go to sleep. We thought it was time that you can't see me. We thought it was time to acknowledge me. But no, it's time to acknowledge the Yeet Mania, baby. So let's talk about it. Without further ado, Jesse, ring the bell.
You are now listening to the Ringside Renaissance Wrestling Podcast.
And we're back for another episode of Ringside Renaissance. Yeah, talking the WWE Royal Rumble and Monday Night Raw. Yeah, and I'm here with pretty, deadly Jesse. And I'm Andrew, Kombat Jones. Yeah. The wrestling world is abuzz. As I said, it's been flipped upside down. Nobody saw it coming. It's crazy. The Yeet is upon us.
Oh, man.
And the woo.
Yeah, I can't forget that.
Woo.
Oh,
Wow.
man. Wow. What a weekend it was, man. A lot of mixed emotions, a lot of good feelings, a lot of hard feelings, but boy, oh boy, we're going to try to cover it all here. The Royal Rumble has came and gone. We are officially on the road to the WrestleMania in Las Vegas, Nevada. I don't know. I went through a whole series of feelings when the Royal Rumble was going on. Of course, we kicked off with the Women's Rumble. We'll talk about that in a bit, but
Where'd you say WrestleMania was again?
Las Vegas,
Nevada.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Not far from Area 51 either.
All right, yeah. Let's. If anybody's visited outside the gates of Area 51, don't tell us if you've been inside, but
Yeah.
or tell us if you've been inside.
And
But,
if you go to WrestleMania, you better take that a little drive. And
yeah, let's put it this way: if you guys
Yeah.
go on to the UFO highway, if you're out at WrestleMania and you stop at the Little Alien,
yes.
I wear an extra large shirt, and Combat Jones wears a tight schmedium. And if you guys get us shirts, we will pay you
Yes.
to have them sent to us. Just a little caveat there. But yeah, so the road to WrestleMania is officially upon us. Kicked off at the Royal Rumble. I had a lot of mixed feelings throughout the Royal Rumble. We had our pre-show. Shout out to everybody that stopped by. Sam's on Wrestling, Kick-Ash Podcast, My Brother 215, King Tyson. Everybody that stopped by was a lot of fun.
Mikey, Sean.
Mikey was here. Yep,
Yeah.
Mikey Sean was here. Yep, that little kid that we don't know who he was. Yeah, mystery
Wrestling
kid
buddy.
that jumped in with us. Yeah, but hey, listen, at least he had the goads to come on and hang with
Yes.
the Ringside Renaissance, and we respect that.
Yeah, there's everybody. The invitation was out there. Not everybody, not everybody can hang.
Hey, listen, I don't hang sometimes too. It's cold, you understand. But yeah, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The Royal Rumble was great. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Raw. Overall, before we actually get into the Rumble, what did you think overall of the PLE? What was the feel of it? I know you were a little bit disappointed at the end. Overall, how did you feel?
So, like, my disappointment was like, it didn't end in disappointment.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
I got one word for everything, and it was just shocked. I was just shocked. They shocked the people. I was in a state of shock.
Yeah. And I think one of us mentioned on the pre-show too that because Charlotte and CM Punk were kind of like the heavy favorites, and it was like one of us mentioned that
Yeah.
they weren't going to give us straight out everything. There was going to be a surprise somewhere, and boy, were we surprised.
Yeah.
But we can talk about that a little bit. We could talk about the Women's Royal Rumble. It kicked off the PLE. A lot of buzz on the internet about it. A lot of people saying it was the best women's Rumble of all time, one of the best Royal Rumbles of all time. I had a lot of mixed feelings about it. I thought it was kind of slow paced. I thought that like it just seemed a little bit too contrived for me. Like
Yeah.
it was like the new person would come into the ring, the new woman would come into the ring. She would stand in the middle of the ring, do her spots on people that were feeding to her. Then they would all lay on the outside edge of the ring. The next person would come in and do the same thing. And it just seemed like that formula over and over again. Some people like that. I think that's a little bit too,
Yeah,
But,
I think we got a lot of that for that match. But I actually enjoyed the match. It was just kind of like the ending and the way that it ended. I didn't really like too much about it, you know. I actually was pretty entertained. Like when Roxanne Perez came out, she was third.
yep.
She set the record now, I believe, for longest woman in a Rumble for the time. So she was the Iron Woman, which is impressive and says a lot. Says a whole lot that they're to have somebody from NXT, especially her. People always asking her if they're ready, if they got a spot for her or whatever. Obviously they do. You know, I was a little disappointed with Liv, but she held in there a while. She did her thing. I was excited to see Jada Parker. I thought she was cool. You know, put on a show. Yeet. Yeah.
Yeah, and even Lash Legend, she kind of held her own in there for being NXT. A lot of NXT talent. We had Julia, we had Stephanie Vacour came in.
Yeah.
Like you said, Jada Parker. I would have liked to see like a Kalani Jordan or something. I think she would have thrived in an event like that.
The NXT WWE Women's Showdown was great when they all got up together. And then you can't forget Chelsea Green trying to interject. Like she's become such a big star with the crowd and so over with the crowd.
Yeah, I don't think that's what they were going with that little spot. It was it looked like she thought she got invited to the barbecue. You know?
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it is what it is. There was quite a while before a woman got eliminated from the Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to sit here and try to be a negative Nancy about the whole thing, but
right.
The women's Rumble's tough for me sometimes because some of them are so short.
Yeah.
For them to get thrown over the top rope, it kind of looks a little bit
right.
cooperative in a way, and that kind of takes me out of it a little bit. Charlotte Flair finally entered the Rumble. She came out to a bunch of pomp and circumstance and what do you call it? Fireworks going off and
explosions.
It took her 3.5 minutes to walk to the ring.
Yeah, and the full get up. She definitely took her time.
Yeah.
Another huge pop was Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, yep. Alexa Bliss returns.
She's still a star, apparently. She came out wearing the back of the jacket said Fiend Forever, and she had her new WWE shop merch doll.
Now, did you see it said Fiend Forever, but in between the F and I, there was an R, like in white, and then at the end there was an S, so it said Fiend Forever, but also said Friends Forever.
I didn't see that. That's cool. That's cool.
I saw a post on X afterwards about it.
Okay.
Yeah, she still got it.
She looked good.
And apparently, what doesn't look good is the dirt sheets for earlier that day reporting that Alexa Bliss and WWE were too far apart on a deal and there wasn't going to be a deal made. And I really appreciated Triple H in the post-show press conference saying the dirt sheets don't know anything.
Yeah.
And they're probably spreading a disinformation campaign to the dirt sheets, like sending bad information.
Yeah, that was smart. Yeah, apparently she's really over with the people though still, like, like Alexa Bliss, she had her time in WWE where she was champion for a while and had quite the run, and then of course all the stuff with Bray Wyatt and all that, and we'll see what she can come back and do. I believe she eliminated Liv, and people, the rumblings, the Wyatt cult fans are wondering if she is in the Wyatt 6, and it so happens that doll she released on one of the eyes there is a 6. So may that be foreshadowing to come. The Wyatt Six versus the Judgment Day. Very possible thing now.
Yeah, but the Judgment Day would have to go to SmackDown at that point. I don't know what they're doing with it.
Yeah.
Apparently if it's marketable, they're going to go with it. But
yeah, true.
I have my personal feelings. I'm not going to spew that all out again. I mean, it was great to see Alexa Bliss back. And like you said, she did eliminate Liv. And now a lot of people are spattering around. Maybe it's going to be Liv against Alexa at WrestleMania.
Which I wouldn't mind. I don't think that's a bad matchup for them to have.
Nah.
Yeah.
But, the Women's Rumble, it wasn't a bad Rumble. I'm not going to... But like you said, once it got down to the final cut, it was kind of predictable where they were going.
Yeah, and I was shocked because we got no Jade Cargill. Nope. We got there's a storm coming.
No Becky Lynch.
No Becky Lynch. But Becky Lynch was backstage. If you look at the pictures, I believe she was backstage. If I'm not mistaken, I think I looked at the backstage photos last night, and I think she was there.
I equated it because I picked Becky Lynch to win, and the fact that she didn't even show up was kind of disappointing for me. But I equate the number 30 when number 30 hit, and it was Nikki Bella.
You can look, but you can't touch. Yeah.
You're welcome. So I think I pulled my back doing that, but so I equated that to the Rumble where everybody thought Bryan Danielson was gonna come out and win the Rumble, and he didn't even show up. So once number 30 hit, I don't remember who it was that came out number 30 that year. Was it Rey Mysterio? I can't remember who it was, but the crowd was not having it. And I felt the same way personally when number 30 is, if you're going to have a return like that, why have it be number 30?
Yeah, I wasn't mad that Nikki Bella came back and showed up and was part of the Rumble. I was just disappointed that they put her in at 30 because, like, I don't, people didn't think she was going to win. And I guess you can throw in the random thing. Like back in the day, they'd spin the bingo balls almost and you'd pick your number, right? Yeah. And like it seemed a little more random. But now, we're kind of over that facade.
Yeah.
If the haters would call it. But
yeah, because the men's Rumble really highlighted that. But at the end of the day, Charlotte Flair wins the Rumble. She's going to WrestleMania. A lot of mixed feelings, mixed reactions on it. Like whether we like it or hate it, that's what's going to happen. So we kind of just have to roll with the punches and stuff. And
she got a great pop when she won too. I will say that. Like the stadium was going wild for her. And of course she threw Roxanne Perez over the top rope, kicked her, and that was it. Roxanne Perez stayed in there from the 3 spot, which was impressive. Jordan Grace.
Oh, yeah. Yep, Jordan Grace.
Death Valley driver on Piper Niven. Woo! She had Bianca Belair and Naomi in the corner, and was kicking Bianca's face and Naomi's puppies. And they none of them could keep it together. They were just bursting out laughing. It was a funny spot. Yeah.
Jordan Grace is really impressive. But her face, you can't tell if she's 25 or 55 looking at her face. It's kind of interesting. But you can't deny that she doesn't have the look of a superstar. And with some right development and getting into like the WWE, I guess, style, of matches and stuff, I could see her actually like having a feud with like a Rhea Ripley or something and just being like a powerhouse match. But the only problem that I see with women like Rhea Ripley, Jade Cargill, Jordan Grace, even Bianca Belair, these big, tough, muscular, like powerful women, now like the smaller, like a Roxanne Perez, it's hard to kind of hang. Yeah, it's kind of hard to hang in that division when you have big powerhouses like that in the division as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so Charlotte Flair wins the Rumble. It was way too predictable. I thought it felt too predictable to be true, but that's just how it works.
And And it would come back to bite her in the ass, which we'll talk about later.
Yeah. Oh boy, I don't know if they
Because
can get
for
to
the
her
pop
ass
that
with
she
that
got,
outfit.
yeah, there wasn't much. Yeah, I think she took it from somewhere else and put it in her abs or whatever. Because she had her bedazzle. She let everybody know, and then in the post show too, about the long road and how she deserved it, and her bedazzled knee brace, leg brace, and
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's like a buzzword when a wrestler tells everybody that they deserve it instead of the crowd telling them they deserve it. I think that kind of put some bad feelings up. But
woo, yeah,
whether you woo me or boo me, yeah. So we had the 2 out of 3 falls tag match, DIY against Motor City Machine Guns, which I thought was a pretty solid match until the finish. The finish was kind of with the Street Profits coming out and interfering was really kind of confusing to me. I don't really I didn't really understand that decision, but yeah, overall it's pretty solid. 2 out of 3 falls, a solid tag team match. These guys kind of got their work in without trying to probably steal the show, but yeah, DIY wins.
Yeah, they put on a good match. They both got their falls. And then it came down to the end, and the Street Profits showed up and are trying to show some edge and a little bit less, I don't know, humility, humbleness.
Yeah,
it's a little bit less of a party now. They really, really do want the smoke now, and we're not talking about that.
That good.
That we're not talking about that good. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We're talking about that real smoke, baby. Yeah. So I would have liked them to see just kind of screw Motor City Machine Guns and kind of keep DIY out of it. But I guess they're trying to stay in the middle with it and just have more attitude now.
Yeah. The whole tag team division is on notice. The Street Profits have returned with a crutch.
Yep. Literally.
The ladder match for the undisputed WWE. Is it really undisputed? Because there was quite a dispute on who was the actual champion. So I think the word undisputed kind of goes out the window when there's a dispute whether or not Cody or Kevin is the champion.
I'm surprised they didn't, have those 2 belts out there and then bring another belt out and bring back the undisputed WWE championship.
Oh man, that would have been great. This was like a hard hitting. This was a tough ladder match, man. It was actually at times. I'm not going to try to sound soft or nothing, but it was kind of hard to watch at times. Like some of the bumps they were taking, and I was really. These aren't little like little high flying cruiserweights that it can fly around and hit off ladders. These are 2 heavyweights, man. The way the ladder was opened up in the ring and Cody Rhodes backdropped Kevin Owens, like his spine on the edge of the ladder, and oh my god, it was
Cody took some hell bumps too. Yeah, came out to the ring, walked under the ladder.
Ooh,
did a little Razor Ramon impression.
Kevin did a brain buster to Cody on the ladder that was strung across the ropes and another ladder, and oh my goodness.
It was a violent match.
Yes.
For a ladder. For a WWE match, they did a great job of amping up and continuing their story and bringing it to another level from all the matches that they've had in the past. And being able to really show their animosity towards each other, and Cody bringing out that side that we hadn't saw, or we've been starting to finally see, that's on a different level mentally and physically wise towards another person, tapping into that angry, hateful, resentful emotion. Kevin Owens. Yeah.
I see you, Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Diabolical.
Yeah,
it was a great showing. I think matches like this kind of put to rest people saying that Cody's title reign's like kind of a wash or not underwhelming, I guess would be the word. People saying But this was a tough, hard-hitting match. I mean, but you see some of the title matches that Cody has had in his reign, and it's like, I don't see how people can discredit his reign. Yeah, he doesn't defend the title as much as I would like to see him defend it, but like he had 2 great matches with AJ Styles. He had this great match with Kevin Owens. It's just I think that the reign is actually fairly well done.
Yeah,
but man, all credit in the world to Kevin and Cody for this match, because
they were ready to go out, put it all on the line, and do what they had to do to win. Both of them. You see at the end, Kevin getting ready to do the small package power driver to Cody outside on the table. Cody reverses it to the lumberjack slam, and Kevin Owens on the ladder, like his head like went through the ladder. It looked like he landed on his head on the floor almost, and he was already busted open at that point. Like,
now when Sami came out, did you think Sami was going to interfere?
I did, yes.
Did you? Okay.
And I didn't know with who or what and how, and it was just to watch and kind of root each other on, but also kind of like hold each other back, I get, you know what I'm saying? To try to be like the voice of reason out there somewhat. From what I seen, from what I got out of it. When
KO got slammed through the ladder and then Cody was climbing it, I really thought Sami was going to slide in and do something there, because Cody was climbing it really slow, and a referee had to assist him in holding the ladder still so he can get the belts off the the thing, which whatever. But
both belts that were surrendered and then taken back and
weren't
then
surrendered,
and then which is a whole problem in and of itself. But
whatever,
they got to use them for their media and all that crap. So
so Kevin Owens Cody Rhodes retains. He is still the undisputed WWE champion. Undisputed.
Yes.
WWE champion.
No word of Cody Rhodes on the post show, only that we didn't see him speak. We just heard that Cody Rhodes may be out with an injury indefinitely. But that he's also slated to appear on SmackDown this Friday.
Okay, so we'll see what happens.
No other news on that yet to this point.
The fact that WWE reported that, I don't think that's big of an issue, but people were, but it might be.
He could be really injured, and they don't want to put it out there, and they want to wait till he comes back on SmackDown and kind of announce it to everybody. And put it from himself. Which will I don't know. I mean, I hope not. Obviously, for his sake.
People were saying, "Oh, he walked out of the arena fine." I'm sure it's not as bad as they say it is or whatever. But you got to remember, JD McDonough walked out too, and
true,
he was hurt. So we'll wait and see. But for now, we still have the Cody Rhodes as our undisputed champion, and that rolls into the men's. Oh, go ahead, get it.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
And that rolls into the men's Royal Rumble, the main event of the night. Really, I think what everybody was kind of anticipating. We had a lot of heavy hitters in there. We've talked about them. Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, John Cena, the who's who of wrestlers. There was a few in there that you were like, okay, they're not going to win. But there was a whole lot of people that were like, maybe they could win. Maybe this could be it. I like this Royal Rumble match. I hated how it was like back heavy. Like a lot of like the big name guys didn't come in till after 15. That kind of took me out of it a little bit, because at that point I was just watching and like, okay, when are these big guys going to come in? Okay, Jimmy Uso, that's cool. When the net guy's going to come in? Santos Escobar, okay. When's the big guy's going to come in? So it was like
when building the anticipation, and it started. It was a great start too. They picked like 2 great people to start, having Rey Mysterio come out first, and then having Penta right after, and them having that moment in the ring and showing respect to each other, and then put on a great lucha show for everybody, only to be interrupted by Chad Gable, which is going to study the dark art of lucha libre.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! I just thought, bro.
What?
What if they do a segment with Jack Black and the Nacho Libre thing? Is that where they're going with this?
I don't have no idea.
You know what I'm talking about?
I'm loving it though. I'm loving this whole.
Yeah.
He's leaving and he's got to go. He's got to go on this journey now. You know, it's interesting.
I don't know.
They can do a lot with it if they do you know, it's all comedy. It's all
right.
you know, yeah, but
yeah, that's gonna be interesting. If it's almost gonna be like a Karate Kid kind of segment because Karate Kid or Cobra Kai is on Netflix. So
yep.
Are they gonna do is he gonna go meet with John Kreese and learn the Cobra Kai? Oh no.
Yeah, and there was a couple people that I thought, well, looking back at the list, I guess there's really not that you could have took out of it, but we didn't see like the New Day, we didn't see heel Kofi in there or heel Xavier Woods, but we got a couple people, but most everybody made sense. Like they really did put most of the big stars in there for the most part.
Yeah,
like I guess you could have swapped out maybe Otis or Santos Escobar or something like that.
Yeah, because there was no Tama Tonga in it. I really was.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
Penta had a great showing for his first Rumble, kind of put himself over the star. I think he lasted the longest out of everybody.
Yep. Penta was the Iron Man. Yep.
Jacob Fatu had a really great showing in the Rumble. He's just he's money. Braun Breaker had a great showing in the Rumble. And that's the thing is that like a lot of people were talking about, oh, well, it's, they didn't really build anybody in this Rumble. There was nobody that really got put over. But those three right there, I mean, Jacob Fatu, Braun Breaker, and Penta all looked amazing. And they're all up and coming stars. I know Penta's a little bit older, but.
Right. No, Penta was great. Yeah, he had a lot of great spots. And talk about Carmelo Hayes. He actually had a couple spots in there. He didn't eliminate anybody, but when he got eliminated, he was so pissed off, and he messed up Tozawa. Yeah, and then we go backstage to Triple H, and Triple H being conflicted and not having a plan and not knowing what to do, and well, it just so happened and perfectly planned, unplanned. Mistake disaster struck for I Show Speed.
Yeah, they really conveniently had his music queued up for him not
very
being
convenient.
in the Rumble.
Yeah. But I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was hilarious. And I thought it was a good spot. And I Show Speed comes out and helps whoever it was eliminate Otis.
Yep, Braun Breaker eliminate Otis.
Braun Breaker. And then, Braun Breaker shows him a little love. And I Show Speed does his Sue or whatever the hell it is, and a lot of people know what it is apparently.
Yeah, I have no
except
clue.
Me, but does a backflip while Braun Breaker's running the ropes and completely cuts him in half and demolishes him.
If that's not one of the most brutal spears I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, if you watch a replay, like he caught some freaking elbow out of that thing too, like it right to the face.
The whiplash of his head when Braun Breaker hits him is just brutal. Oh,
and it wasn't over because he picked him up over his head, threw him out into Otis's arms, and Otis fall away slammed him over the table.
Oh,
put a big gash in his leg. I Show Speed had a rough night because he was backstage streaming, and Dom and Liv ripped him a new one. With a couple one-liners. He couldn't get over on that one. He got whipped by a Bianca Belair's hair. Had a bruise from that. So went looking for John Cena. Couldn't see him. Couldn't see him anywhere. So props to WWE for that, for putting some comedy in there too, and bringing more people on board. If you've seen the numbers from I Show Speed stream, a lot more people were watching because of that. So
you agreed.
Can't. Yeah.
And that's the interesting thing is like the way they're kind of embracing this new era of social media and the internet and stuff, and using that. We've seen that with like storylines when KO attacked Cody outside of the bus and people were just recording it with their cameras, and the way they're kind of embracing that and kind of bringing that into their world is really, really cool.
Like to see him build up some people that are like just on the verge now of like the streaming world and stuff like that, you know, like maybe somebody like Ringside Renaissance, you know, or, you know.
Give us a call, Trips. We might have gotten some emails.
What about my brother 215? What about like Zanti Zap? What about all these people, you know, that have a big following too, that a lot of people watch and look for?
Yeah, pick us first, though. I mean, they can go after. Yeah, but the first of the heavy hitters, the dominoes to fall, as it were, was Roman Reigns came out to the Rumble.
Yes.
Which kind of was surprising to me, having him be the first one. And then we got followed up by, well, I guess Drew McIntyre. And then...
well, I mean, you're missing... Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Henry. Yeah.
Man, oh, man.
He got a big pop, though. Yeah. I was waving my arms from side to side.
I was waving my dong from side to side.
Helicopter, baby.
Yeah, the helicopter. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, man. I was telling people at work about the cockfights I used to get into. But, yeah, so Joe Hendry came out. Great pop. He didn't last long. I don't think he had to. But
no, I mean, it says a lot, too, by, you know, who he lasted long by, too, and who followed him up, which like what you said was Roman Reigns.
Yeah, agreed.
He got the pyro. You texted me, you're like, Charlotte got the pyro, she won. Roman Reigns got the pyro, he's winning. I'm like, nah, Roman Reigns always gets a pyro. No, I don't care what entrance he comes out at, wherever he is,
Yeah, because Seth Rollins got pyro too, so that kind of nixed my whole idea. But yeah, we had Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, CM Punk came in, just going down the line. LA Knight came in, had a good showing, and it was like, boy oh boy, like Logan Paul.
AJ Styles.
AJ Styles made his return. Great to see AJ Styles. Yep, Finn Balor made his appearance.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh. Yeah, he came and went pretty quick.
Who went really quick was Ludwig Kaiser.
Oh, poor guy, man.
Lasted 6 seconds. Eliminated by Penta.
Longer than me. So, in the Rumble. Don't get any ideas.
That guy gives him room to grow, No pun intended, for next year.
I started wearing boxers, so I have room to grow. Yeah. So we were kind of wondering who would be the first of the big favorites to win, to get eliminated, and Drew McIntyre, surprisingly, was sort of the first one to go. And
oh Lord.
Boy, oh boy.
Oh, the dirt sheets had fun with this one, huh?
The dirt sheets are really
dirty,
screaming out loud that Drew McIntyre was not happy. Well, would you be happy if you wanted to win the Royal Rumble and you got thrown out?
Yeah.
Of course not. You're going to be upset. So
they said he raised hell and was throwing things and yelling backstage, and apparently it was over LA Knight from dirt sheets, from what I saw. Okay. Because he had to get his spots in.
Yeah, okay.
And he got in the way of him getting thrown out.
Well, then you more have to... Nobody saw me getting thrown out. Okay. Something great to be upset about. Yeah, so he went out. Man, oh man. Then they had Roman and Seth were trying to eliminate each other. And this is probably the biggest letdown of your night. And CM Punk comes from behind and like I do, and threw them both over out of the Rumble at the same exact time.
As soon as that happened, I jumped for joy and was like screaming.
I did too. Yeah. Literally jumped off my couch. I said, Punk's going to win. Punk's going to win. But then when he was looking at them outside the ring too long.
Yeah. You seen it? Because I was in midair still, like going off, and he happened to be in midair at the same time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. And then my whole world my brain was blown to bits. Yeah.
When he eliminated those two, I said, it's going to happen. Punk's going to win.
Yeah.
But like I said, he was looking over the ropes down at them. And while I was celebrating, I said, oh, no, he's looking too long. Like, something's going to happen. And Logan Paul, that dastardly dirtbag, threw out CM Punk out of the Rumble. And can I just lay this to
came in
rest
at number
now?
30? It's crazy because like we were getting close to the end and we were messaging. And I'm like, okay, who do we have left here that can come out? Because we already got like most everybody we figured we would win. And then we got down to like 29 was LA Knight. And then we're thinking and we're like, oh yeah, I remember now. I'm remembering Monday Night Raw and I'm remembering the promo with Gunther and Seth. And it's Logan Paul. And I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. And a lot, I'm going to put this to rest right now. Anytime somebody throws somebody out over the Rumble, it doesn't automatically start a feud.
Right.
Like people online are like, oh my God, Logan Paul and CM Punk are going to start a feud now. It's going to be Logan Paul and Punk at WrestleMania. Like, but like,
no,
Logan Paul eliminated a few people. How is he going to start a feud with every one of them? Like this whole constant, like, people thinking that they know everything that's going on and that everything has to exactly mean something is just getting sickening at this point. And
I get it too. Like I understand where they're coming from. Right. But like if Punk was even addressed that, like the type of personality Punk is, it seems like he'd be like the type to be like, nah, I don't care. Like he said that when Alberto Del Rio cashed in on him, like I would have done the same thing. Like it's not personal, it's business. You know, we're here to win, and it is what it is. Like, and they didn't have it. Do I think that Logan Paul versus CM Punk like could be like a decent Raw thing or like a small quick feud to have like a very good promo battle? I think, absolutely. It could be good for sure, but there's a lot of other things they got going on, a lot more important shit. You know,
there's bigger money there.
Exactly.
So we were down to the final three, which was CM Punk, Jey Uso, who we haven't even spoke on yet, which is surprising.
No, Jey Uso. Oh, yeah. Jey Uso, Logan Paul,
and John Cena.
John Cena, yeah.
And, man, when I started, I was, because as soon as Punk got eliminated, I was let down because I said, Cena's going to win this. I said, God, man, because Jey Uso's over. Jey Uso is a star. The fans love him. The crowd loves him, no matter what you read on the IWC. But I was like,
but he's like the humble underdog in a way. Like in this situation, no, like I give credit to anybody that really, truly, honestly predicted him to win and seen it, which a lot more people are saying that they did now. You know, but.
Yeah,
anybody had a chance out of the 30. Absolutely.
Yeah. If you said in a random spaces one time you picked 7 different people that could potentially win, you didn't predict him to win. So let's just put that to rest. But so it was down to those 3 and I'm like, here we go. And I was like rolling my eyes on the couch. I said, oh my goodness. And then Cena went to put Logan Paul up for the attitude adjustment. Jey Uso kicked Logan Paul. Cena came, clotheslined him over. And it was down to Jey Uso and Cena. And at this point, I was on the fence.
Were you? I was for sure. I was like, no, Cena's winning.
Okay, so I thought like, that as well. But I also thought like there's going to be a lot of backlash on Cena.
Yeah.
For throwing Jey out.
Right.
So I was like really kind of what's going to happen. And then they fought to the over the top rope. To the outside on the apron, and John Cena had to do to make everybody know that they were inches away from being eliminated. But the finish of this, I thought was brilliant. I thought it was clever.
Yeah, it was different.
Something we haven't seen before.
Because we got the super kick, and they're both kind of hanging over,
teetering.
Teetering.
And then John Cena puts Jey Uso up for the attitude adjustment. Jey Uso slips into the ring and just pushes him off.
Just a little push. Yeah, and John. He saw him there. Jey Uso saw
Wow.
John Cena in the flesh and
Yeah.
put 2 hands on his back and became the 2025 Royal Rumble winner.
Ooh-wee.
Jey Uso! Yeet! Yeah, congratulations. I didn't see it coming. I was
Did
shocked.
not. I
No.
was blown away. And for everybody that has backlash on this, I've said it a couple times already. You got to remember the Royal Rumble was originally intended to put these stars up into the next level.
Right.
You know, if you look back, Yokozuna won the 93 Rumble, went to WrestleMania, won his first title. Shawn Michaels won the Rumble, went to WrestleMania with the Iron Man match with Bret Hart, won the title. Stone Cold Steve Austin won the Rumble, went to WrestleMania, beat Shawn Michaels for the title.
Yeah.
The Rock, The Rock had already been a champion, but Brock Lesnar, Batista won a Rumble, went and beat Triple H for the title at Mania. So WrestleMania, or the Royal Rumble, was kind of that stepping stone to get a person to the next level. So
Yeah.
Jey Uso's over with the fans, one of the top merch sellers. I know that means something in WWE.
Right.
All of this stuff going on, like,
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it. Like, I'm really not mad at it. Like,
Yeah, I was disappointed Punk didn't win. But like, and then that shock turning into excitement and like Jay winning, and like, you can't be mad at it unless you're just being a hater.
yeah,
Like, how can you hate Jey Uso? Like, look at the crowd. Like, even CM Punk, look at even Roman Reigns or anybody when they come out, huge reaction. John Cena, huge reaction. Even if you're a hater and you say you don't like Jey Uso and you're talking trash online, I guarantee if you are in that building, you are yeeting. The
yes.
whole audience is yeeting and is doing the yeet. Like,
Yeah.
And the merch, like you said, he's got to be top 3 without a doubt. Look at the audience. So it, like, looking back at it, it makes sense and it's obvious. And like, you just, it made me feel warm. I was shocked, but like, I wasn't disappointed because Jay won.
Yeah, I agree. And
it was awesome. Yeah,
you
good
look
for
back
him.
you look back at some of the big wrestlers in history, because a lot of people say he's not the greatest in-ring worker. Hogan carried that company for years. You ain't gonna sit there and tell me Hogan was a great in-ring worker. Stone Cold Steve Austin, one of my favorites of all time.
Yeah.
He wasn't the most polished in-ring worker. What he did well, but he wasn't the greatest technical wrestler. John Cena carried that company for years. Wasn't the greatest technical wrestler. So like,
Roman Reigns,
Brock
like, Lesnar. Look at it,
bro,
their move sets. I mean, it's
it's like, so while that means something, that doesn't mean everything in the WWE.
Yeah.
And like you said, when we went live and saw Jey Uso live, and just the hype of the crowd and stuff, and we're going to talk about that in a couple minutes moving on. But I'm not mad at it. I can't be mad at it, and you think about a Seth Rollins, a CM Punk, a John Cena, a Roman Reigns, maybe to a lesser extent Drew McIntyre at this stage. The amount of pull they have behind the curtain, I'm gonna say, any one of them could have lobbied and been like, when it was, hey, Jay's gonna take this. A lot of them could have used some pull and some political power they have behind the curtain to kind of sway the ending of that a little bit. And they all kind of said, no, that's the right decision.
I'm sure none of them like were mad when they found out that Jay won.
No, did you see yesterday on ESPN, I should have sent you the YouTube videos. CM Punk got interviewed by like this ESPN show. I don't know who it was.
Oh, okay.
And they talked to him about it and asked him about it. And he said how happy he was. Right. And he said that he was like, he said what you and I have talked about before. He was like, a part of me at this stage in the game, he said, doesn't really want to have the WrestleMania main event, because where do I go from there? Yeah. He said, once I achieve the goal, the ultimate goal that I've wanted my whole career, there's nowhere to go from there. Yeah. So he was like, it's great to see somebody like that deserves it. And John Cena came in the ring after the win and hugged Jey Uso. And I guess Jey Uso said that Cena told him, like, I told you 15 years ago to like keep to keep grinding, and you would get here, and he
and
like pointed out at the crowd and
Yeah.
said, "Look at all these people." He's like, "They're here for you, bro. Like this is
Yeah.
you know.
Your time is now."
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
Oh, did he say that way? Yeah. So
Probably. I mean, yeah. Yeah. It was crazy.
allegedly,
Yeah, allegedly. Yeah. It's amazing. Yeah. Dominic Mysterio got a good, move during the match, comes right in and hits a frog splash on John Cena.
Man.
Everybody got put over during the match. Like
except for Santos Escobar, probably.
Yeah.
And Ludwig Kaiser.
Yeah. Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns had the most eliminations, which were only 4 apiece.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't, which I like. I don't like when somebody comes in and throws out 15 people.
Yeah, either. I'm not a big fan of that either.
So I thought that was cool. But like you said with Jey, like you had all these huge stars that in the end, when you think about it, didn't need to win the Royal Rumble to be put over. Jey Uso, we've been calling him main event Jey Uso. He technically did main event WrestleMania as a tag team, though.
Yep.
Okay. And that's kind of been like my only little criticism with Jey Uso up to this point was like, we're calling him main event Jey Uso, but like, is he really main eventer yet? Now, the Royal Rumble, like you said, the way of putting people over in the past, moving them, putting them on that whole new level trajectory and putting that rocket to their back.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Jey Uso needed now. Like it's undeniable now.
Yeah. And like it or hate it, that's what's going to happen. So, people started this hashtag we want Punk or something like that. Like it's not going to do the same effect that happened with Cody last year. I'm sorry about it, but that was a lightning in a bottle type thing that happened, almost like the Yes movement.
Yep.
They have set what's going to happen. All you can do is sit back and enjoy it or don't watch it,
And it's a Yeet movement now. If anybody has that behind them, it's Jey Uso now. Like, man.
Have you seen so many people in one area all yeeting at the same time?
I mean, it's usually one person kneeling and about 20 other people around, standing around in a circle.
Don't check Combat Jones search history.
Yeet.
So we have said that was the Royal Rumble. The road to WrestleMania has officially began. We are driving down the road to WrestleMania. Yo, Combat Jones.
Yo, what's up?
Do you have did you make a certain travel mix on CD or cassette that we can put into the car while we're driving down the road to WrestleMania as we head on over to Monday Night Raw?
I think I got something. I think I got a little mixtape or something I can hook you up with. Yeah.
Sounds good, man. Why don't we put that mixtape in?
I'm gonna bless the people.
Let's take a ride.
All right.
I don't know how long I have to do this. Oh, you got that. Get it. We have made the next stop on the road to WrestleMania to Monday Night Raw from Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland, this is for you.
Yeah.
LeBron James impression there. No MCK
But yeah,
though.
We were
glad they left him out.
I'm glad. Yeah, he kind of This was the Monday Night Raw after the Royal Rumble. A lot of hype built up and did start out with the Royal Rumble winner Jey Uso coming out through the crowd, yeeting all over the place. That crowd was electric. Yep. If anybody in the IWC is trying to tell you that Jey Uso is not over and doesn't deserve that win, just watch the first 10 minutes of Raw and tell me otherwise.
They were probably busy watching Collision on Saturday night instead of the Royal Rumble.
Okay.
Honestly, yeah. Jey Uso got his new orange merch now. He's got his new orange glasses. He's got his He's ready to go. The crowd was going crazy. He gets down to the ring. He's in tears. They have to hit the encore. The crowd wants the encore. They want to yeet some more. They ain't spent.
Man, that was crazy, man. Like, he was going around. They were doing the song. Everybody was going crazy. Michael Cole got the dap up, right?
Yep.
He stops. He's in the ring, tearing up. Can't even get a word out. He's tearing up. He's like the "You Deserve It" chants. Everybody yeeting, and then they start chanting one more time. His music hits again. He gets up and just starts doing it again.
There was so much yeet in that arena. It's like the crowd ate their oatmeal that day. Like,
ate their oatmeal.
Shooting ropes.
Spewed out cream of wheat. Yeah. So, okay. But yeah, so is that a thing? Talk to me after the show. So
apparently, from what I hear. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so
it helps.
Oh my goodness. Here I am been eating pineapple. So
that helps too.
So he couldn't get a word out. He was crying, he was fighting back the tears, and he said that when he started his solo run, he didn't think he had it, but he's got it now.
Oos.
And Oos. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I live for the day that one day a Samoan man will call me Oos.
Yeah.
I would think my life is complete.
Right.
Just seems like a feather in the cap. So he gets interrupted by the world champion Gunther, who comes out to the ring and basically tells him, don't pick me, because if you do, I'm going to make every day from now till WrestleMania a living hell for you. And it sounds almost to me like Gunther's afraid. He's trying to scare Jey from winning or from selecting him, because maybe he's afraid. Maybe he thinks Jay's finally got his number.
I think he can feel the crowd's emotion and the momentum shifting. And Jay's already had a match with him. At least one. I know, they had the one at Saturday Night Main Event. Which, by the way, people that were at Saturday Night Main Event said the way they felt Jey perform that night and the way that the audience was, they were not surprised at all by that he won the Rumble, by the reaction that he got live and the performance. But Gunther, he's worried. He's worried.
Man, Gunther's so freaking good, man. I love watching him kind of do his thing, because, like I said, it's hard to be a babyface against him because he doesn't use dastardly heel tactics. He's just so matter of fact about everything.
Yeah, brash.
It's like
yeah.
He
doesn't need help. He doesn't need to cheat. Yeah,
I don't have to jump you from behind. I don't have to do any of this stuff. I'm just gonna come out and tell you to your face you're not good enough. Like, like how does a babyface build against that? It's like, that's tough. But Jey said he was going to go talk to Cody on SmackDown and then make his decision after that. I think it's a smart move. Don't come out and say right away who you're going to face, even though in the press conference he did say he thinks he wants to take on Gunther again.
Yeah, and to Jackie Redmond, when she first asked when he had won the Rumble, he's like, I'm going for the World Heavyweight title. And then the press conference, he did say that, but then he's like, oh, well, then, maybe Cody. But
see how injured Cody is. Yeah.
That might be the better choice.
Yeah. You got a broken leg, Cody? I'm facing him.
Yeah, I'll take you. Jey, you get half this title. I'm going to give you this other title. I'll give you the Winged Eagle title.
I'll give you the Winged Eagle to stay out of my way.
The Yeet title. Yeah, Willie. Ooh, imagine a Yeet title.
Somebody said he was going to go after the Ula Fala. He was going to cash in and go for the Ula Fala. It's okay.
Oh man.
Y'all get crazy with some of your predictions.
That would be a way of screwing them, of like pulling what they did last year with Cody Rhodes winning. Yeah, which some people are predicting that they're gonna push him out the way kind of and try to, because they know that he won't they don't think he'll stand up to it or something. And they
He's
don't
going
think he
to
has
Mania.
the pull. He's going.
He's going to Mania. There's no way with how that crowd reacted last night. There was no rejection from him winning that Rumble. Like,
no.
He's going to Mania. Like, you all need just to put your conspiracy theories to bed. I even said maybe Punk's favor was to tell Heyman to tell Jey Uso to give him the spot because, like, you know, he's still tied with the bloodline and stuff. But
right. Yeah.
Jey Uso is going to Mania. Like, come on now. Penta defeated Kaiser. I don't like how Kaiser's kind of taken that kind of squash schlub role that he's been having. He had a good match here, a good showing against Penta, but we need to give our man Kaiser some wins.
He just got thrown out after 6 seconds in the Royal Rumble, and now he got beat pretty quick too. Yeah, by Penta. Yeah. Penta had his way. Penta's having his way with everybody right now for the most part.
Yeah, that would be kind of. I'd like to see him with Braun Breaker. That'd be kind of a cool match. Yeah. Iyo Sky was backstage. Her and Rhea Ripley ran into each other, kind of had a stare down, kind of teasing maybe a little bit WrestleMania, or did they? But had a great pop from behind, or from the crowd. But then Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez attack Iyo and Rhea from behind. These backstage beatdowns, I'm getting so tired of. It's like so dumb. Why don't they just have security?
Yeah, it's Liv's MO. That's what she does. That's what they do. Yep. Yeah, she's doing what she got to do to be the heel. You know, that's Liv. Like she uses her what she has to her advantage.
And she doesn't have much else.
She will sleep her way to the top. Not literally, but in a sense of the way she works backstage to get what she wants and to cheat.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people claim to have slept with her, but they were up all night. Next Charlotte came out looking like a weird school bus transformer. Like, I could not figure out that
blouse or whatever. Looked like something Seth Rollins would wear too.
Yeah, she probably took it from his wardrobe.
They might have.
She looks rough. She looks like a woman that just recently filed for divorce. Yeah.
Wait, yeah?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was the report yesterday.
Wait, who was she married to?
Andrade.
Oh, I didn't see that. Wow. And they're both there now, too, in the same company. I remember that they were. I didn't know that. I didn't see the report, though. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, everybody was reporting on the IWC like they're like these big news breakers and stuff. I can't stand IWC accounts.
You know, if Vince was there, Andrade would have been the one that got thrown out in 6 seconds.
Oh, for sure.
Or there would have been Charlotte, one of them.
Such good shit, pal. Enjoy your divorce.
This ain't good for business.
Yeah, shitting on people's heads isn't good for business either.
Yeah.
But, this was a little bit tough because even though I didn't agree with Charlotte Flair winning, and I'm really not the biggest Charlotte Flair fan, I know people say she's the best women's wrestler maybe of all time.
Yeah, I could agree. I would agree with that too, for the most part. As far as like statistics and championships and all that, like when she's at her peak, and I mean, it's hard. Arguably.
I'm just personally not a big fan of her. I understand she's talented in the ring and stuff, and there's been a lot of great talents in the ring that I'm just not really a fan of, and she's one of them. But boy, it was a little bit tough, that crowd just going crazy. And she was trying to like explain her story about.
Because I think she came out expecting to get congratulated and the "you deserve it" chance. I really do. I really think she kind of pivoted. Yeah, and I honestly felt a little bad for her.
Yeah, me too.
I think it was a little uncomfortable. Yeah,
I think if she would have came out and did this promo about her long journey back and not thinking that she would make it, I think if they did that before the Rumble, I think she would have had a better response after the Rumble. Yeah. Yep. But just having those little video packages of her before the Rumble,
jet.
Yeah, and then coming out, it was just a little bit too much for me. But she said either Whether you woo me or boo me, I love every single one of you.
Yeah, it was clever. She
that's
turned
a
it
cool little
around.
line. Yep,
She did.
yep.
She did the best she could with the audience just deciding to let her know how she feels. WWE Universe will do that from time to time, as they should. And WWE has become so much better at listening to the fans and hearing the people.
Yeah,
That
and then
that matter. Us,
yes.
everybody, the IWC, the real lovers, not the haters.
Then we had Rhea Ripley come out
Yeah,
and confront her, and she did her best Batista impression. Give me what I want.
yeah.
Give me what I want.
And I wasn't really feeling it. Like, I wasn't that compelled, honestly. Like, we've seen these two beat each other before.
Yes.
In WrestleMania, as she said, and it seems like I think I'd rather see her go against Tiff.
You think? Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know. Yeah.
Please just don't give us Rhea and Liv at WrestleMania, please. It's like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
I don't. Well, I mean, it's possible now. It really is with the way the Elimination Chamber is going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just was. I'm not saying that I can't be, but we will need more promos, and we need some more animosity, and we need more story there to be built between Rhea and Charlotte if we're going to do that. And it will make sense now if the audience is leaning into the heel side of Charlotte and they're really not cool with it, and she plays into that. Rhea is talented enough; they can make it work without a doubt if that's what they're going to do.
And she also said she was going to go to NXT and visit Julia as well. So she didn't take out the fact that she might go for the NXT title because if you remember the last time she won the Rumble, she went for the NXT title and beat Rhea for the NXT title. So,
true. Yeah. With Tiff, that's the thing is be different too, because Tiff is kind of like the heel right now to a certain extent, even though she's being rooted for, right? Mm-hmm. But with Charlotte coming in and how she is now, I think she can do more for Tiffany Stratton than she can do for Rhea Ripley at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But who is she going to lose? Is she going to win at Mania, or is she going to lose to either?
Yeah, exactly. I think if she faced Rhea, she'd have to lose. If she faced Tiffany, probably win. Yeah. We'll see. I'm trying to stay on board with it. I'm more excited for who wins the Chambers, who's going to go face people at Mania, than people that won the Rumble, but that's just my personal feelings.
Right.
The New Day came out, finally got some new music, defeated LWO. I'm just not feeling the New Day at all right now.
No?
So, no.
Oh. It's a banger though. That new song.
Yeah. The match, the song's a banger. And then they had Logan Paul out ringside because next week Rey Mysterio versus Logan Paul for a qualifier for the Chamber, which ultimately cost Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee the match. I'm just not feeling it.
Yeah. I expected more from Logan Paul having, such a strong showing, or to be in his hometown of Cleveland too, or at least where he's from, and, kind of have a moment there and speak and talk about the Rumble and throw some shots, or, I don't know.
Yeah.
It just didn't do it. It wasn't there. Missed opportunity.
I think it was a little bit forced. And then you look at Rey Mysterio against Logan Paul for a qualifier for the Elimination Chamber. Like,
I wonder
who's going to win that. Yeah. So. Whatever. Liv Morgan defeated Iyo Sky in the Elimination Chamber qualifier. This was actually a good match. Like, you're going to be surprised. I thought this was a decent match. I thought it was really kind of flowed very well. Iyo Sky looked good. Liv Morgan kind of at least knew where she was supposed to be when, so she didn't look like complete dog shit.
Well, I'll say that she didn't start doing that knee in the corner until Punk got there. So she might have asked some permission, and he's like, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
she does
true.
She does the knee to the face in the corner, and she goes and does she does the drop kick.
Yep, that's true.
And it looks good. Yeah.
I do not like the finish of this match at all.
Yeah, I mean, it was a way of kind of being able to
protect Iyo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for
You
those
feel
of
a
you
little
who
bad
didn't
for her
watch,
though too. At the same
yeah,
time, even
Raquel
though,
Rodriguez kept interfering, so finally Rhea came out, beat up Raquel Rodriguez. Liv reached over, grabbed Rhea by the hair. Rhea turned around, punched Liv in the face. Referee rang the bell. Liv Morgan wins the match. Iyo Sky did not qualify for the Elimination Chamber, which I don't understand. Okay, if somebody interferes
yes,
with the match, they
yeah,
get disqualified. So why didn't Liv get disqualified for Raquel constantly interfering with the match? The referee saw her doing it. Like,
allegedly. Did he?
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, I expected both Io and Liv in the Elimination Chamber, so that's kind of a swerve to me. But we'll see going ahead if she tries to lobby that.
Yeah,
This
if
was
there's
kind
like
of a
maybe
thing.
there's like a last chance qualifier, like
Yeah, yeah,
elimination match or something,
yeah.
or
But Liv had a great reaction for it. Io heartbroken afterwards with Rhea, not even
yeah.
I got a feel for her for that one. Like,
Because the
yeah,
standoff with Rhea and Io backstage like got a
yes,
good pop from the crowd.
yep,
I could see Io somehow getting into the chamber and defeating Liv last to get her redemption from that and then to go to WrestleMania. That's something I would like to see.
yeah.
Um
And Io is just on a whole nother level. Like she just gets better and better, and she just knows when to turn it on, and oof, she got the
the
moves.
interesting the
Yeah,
interesting thing for this is that the Elimination Chamber is March 1st, but WrestleMania is not till April 19th and 20th.
correct.
So we got like a month and a half in between
Yeah,
the set matches for Mania and actually having WrestleMania.
maybe we'll have Saturday Night main events or something like that. Maybe there hasn't
Maybe.
been any more announced. I don't believe.
Yeah, I don't think
So I
so.
wonder if they're. I don't know.
It's going to be a lot of time.
No
We had
European.
Scrap Daddy Adam Pearce
Yep.
backstage saying that the newest member of the Raw roster was AJ Styles, to a great pop. Braun Breaker comes in and says,
Mhm.
"Keep this guy away from me." As soon as I saw that, I said, "I need Braun Breaker and AJ Styles. Like,
Yeah.
I need that match.
Yep.
I
That's smart. Yep.
need it. Need it." Seth Rollins came out to the ring looking like Shania Twain or Beyonce or something.
Oh yeah. Cowboy Carter. Like you just
What?
happy like you just won a Grammy.
What
Man,
was this, man?
for a genre for country.
I'm
Wow.
just confused.
What I told you he's a clown.
Yeah.
I told you he's a clown, man. What a goof.
Man,
as
oh,
the
man.
young kids would say. What a goof. What a goofball.
What
What
a
a corny
goofball.
dude. Look at that outfit, man. What is he wearing? But you're not even in Texas.
He looks sus, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Becky Lynch doesn't want to be seen in public with him. That's why she hasn't come back yet.
How you show up in Cleveland wearing a Cowboys uniform?
What are
A
you
cowboy
doing?
outfit.
It looked like the JBL trench coat and cowboy hat. Like, it's,
And just so he had his hair with it. Everything.
he looks like he's transitioning and ran out of money halfway. Like, not that there's anything wrong with that.
Seth Rollins cowboy Barbie doll. Ken doll.
Man, oh man.
Goth
Man.
cowboy Seth
Yeah.
Rollins.
Man, that's tough, bro. It looks like he's going to be wearing like emo makeup next and like having to go to therapy 3 times a month.
I am a visionary. I am a revolutionary. I am a goth cowboy Seth Freaky Rollins.
Somebody said it on the internet that Damian Priest is no longer the bisexual Undertaker. It's Seth Rollins now.
He's a bisexual honky tonk man.
Bisexual Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, got the goth version. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It was just all about him trying to persuade and trick Sami and just pump him up to win just because he hates CM Punk.
Now,
That's all it was about.
Right.
Yeah.
and I like this storyline
Yeah.
with Sami
Yes.
right now.
Yep.
Everybody in his ear trying to
Yep.
manipulate him and sway him and whatever, and him not knowing left from right, and
Yeah.
everybody telling Sami what's best for Sami without Sami saying what's best for Sami. And I can really get behind that. We had KO do it. We've had Seth Rollins do it. Drew McIntyre do it.
Yep. And Seth really explained the whole thing to Sami, and he explained the thing with Punk, but he also explained the thing with Roman, which was crazy after the Rumble with the 2 feet double stomp on the floor. Paul Heyman being like, "You can't do this on the floor,"
Yeah,
you know, and then he does it on the steps. So that story is there for Seth and Roman. That's what I want to see going forward, I think.
And I like how they said on Raw that Roman's out indefinitely, which means he's still just doing the part-time thing. And
Seth's like, you don't listen to them, listen to me. I'm the one telling you because I'm the one that did it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah.
And it's crazy because this Bloodline storyline just seems like it really just fizzled off. Like, he got the Ulafala back, and it's like, okay, all the OG Bloodline guys are off doing their things. Solo hasn't been there.
That was the thing about the Rumble, too. No Solo. We haven't seen Solo since he walked out and he lost Ulafala, which makes sense in a sort of in a way. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so Fatu's going over the most right now with all them.
Agreed.
Besides Jey, and but that's its own separate thing. Yeah.
But so that bled into Sami Zayn in the main event against CM Punk for the qualifier. Lars Fredrickson put on Twitter, the punker beats the ska man or something like that. Yeah. I thought that was really clever, really well done. Shout out Lars. But yeah, this was a good match.
Yeah, I loved the match. I thought it was great. Hard hitting, like all the chops. I thought McAfee and Michael Cole, they did a great job on commentary, like really building up like all the moves and what they were doing to each other and how hard hitting it really was. And from my disappointment of Punk not winning, carrying over, and then we get a match on Monday Night Raw with Punk. Because I was disappointed with Punk in the Rumble because I feel like he had literally no spot in the Rumble other than throwing out Seth and Roman. Yeah. I don't remember one other really part of it that he really did besides the stare down with all of them and Cena. Yeah.
Yeah. And this match was a great main event for Raw. It's not like it was like a throwaway match.
No.
A lot at stake. There was a lot of doubt that Punk was going to win this one.
Yep.
They fought back and forth. The Anaconda Vice, I thought that's when the match was going to be over. Sami
kept going after his arm. Yeah.
Really well done.
The transition of moves that they did that led into different things and stuff like that. It was great. It really was. It was very, very well put together. Yeah.
It seemed like they wrestle each other every day and they said that's the first time they've ever wrestled each other. I think maybe in Ring of Honor they did, but as far as WWE standards, it's the first time they've ever wrestled each other. But CM Punk gets to go to sleep. 1, 2, 3. He qualifies for the Rumble, so now it's Cena and Punk are the qualified members of the Men's Rumble so far.
Woo! Yeah, and he gets up and Sami shakes his hand, and then who do we get but a double barrel black eyed Kevin Owens, beaten and battered looking, shows up and hits Punk in the Sami. Punk goes on the outside, takes Sami, and gives one hell of a small package pile driver. That was a big package pile driver there. That was worse than the one that he gave to Cody or Orton. And lets us know exactly how he felt about what happened at the Rumble and Sami not intervening, I guess.
Man. But that sets up, will we have KO and Sami at the Chamber? Or are we going to have Sami and Kevin Owens at WrestleMania? It's like...
Yeah, it's definitely set up, though. That's for sure.
Where do we go from here? Let us know in the comments. Where do you think we go from here on the road to WrestleMania?
Yeah. Insane. One hell of a main event, though. I was in awe, honestly. I love that match.
I think that match was better than Seth and Punk on the debut.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
But like I said, we're on the road to WrestleMania now. The Raw did not disappoint. We had
the only thing that wasn't great about Netflix and Raw last night was all the damn glitches. At least we didn't get any QR codes, though.
Thank goodness, man.
That was the other big trending topics of the night was Netflix not getting their shit together.
And people on the internet were thinking, is this the White Six coming back? Did you notice? Did you notice that right after the Karrion Kross segment, it stopped glitching altogether? Maybe they're coming after Karrion Kross. Like, shut up. Stings.
Yeah.
But again, thank you for all the love and support you've been giving us. We've been having a great time doing this. Thank you for everybody again who came out to our live stream. We're gonna have to do some more of those in the future.
Yeah, and once we get to I was thinking maybe 50,000 subscribers or something, or maybe a little less. I don't know. I got this lollipop with a real live scorpion in it, and I am very, very much afraid of scorpions, snakes, and spiders, and I will eat this lollipop live on the stream. Once we get to whatever it is, I don't know.
We'll set a number. We'll set a number.
But I got this thing set aside, and it's keeping me up at night thinking about it. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I'll get one of those one chip challenges, and
ooh,
I'll do that as well because I'm so white peppermint's hot for me. So
I won't. Yeah, I'm not. I don't want to go to the ER. Yeah.
Oh man, it'll be worth it for the fans. It'll be worth it.
Fans. Yeah, you can stick to the hot ones. I'll stick to the stingers. Yeah.
The stinger splash on you.
Yeah.
We might have Combat Jones throw up on camera. Let us know what you thought. Let us know what you thought of the Rumble. Let us know what you thought of Monday Night Raw. Let us know how you think we're doing. Give us a like, share, and subscribe. We do appreciate everybody following along with us and being on this journey with us. And shout out to all the creators that support us and shout us out as well. Like everybody knows who they are. Mm-hmm. It's just a lot of great fun and just a cool journey we've been on that we really didn't think was going to be anything special. It ends up turning out to be like this really great experience I've been having.
Yes, it's been great. It's been a pleasure, having a lot of fun, enjoying meeting everybody. And like you said, shout out to the creators, and we hope to have more on here soon. And we had such a great time doing the pre-show with the Rumble, and we thank everybody for tuning in and for coming on the show. It's been awesome.
Yes, sir.
And that was the Royal Rumble. We hope you enjoyed every part of it, just like WWE Monday Night Raw. And we'll be back again here soon. Can't wait to talk about and see what unfolds on the road to WrestleMania, baby. Yeah.
Woo!
One more time. That's the co-host. The best tag team partner, the best co-host in the world. Pretty Deadly Jesse. Yeah. And I'm yours truly, Andrew Kombat Jones. And you've been listening to the Ringside Renaissance Wrestling Podcast. Yeet.